Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling 2022! Alright guys, so recently Gmmtv had their live stream of Gmmtv 2022 Borderless, where they announced and showed us the teasers for the shows that they have planned to be released next year. And can I just say, when I was watching the entire live stream and I saw the roster of the shows that they have planned for next year, they really did step up. And honestly, Gmmtv shows for next year have a lot of very interesting plots, and I'm actually looking forward to a lot of them, specifically for the BL series. So for this video, I thought I would just give some of my thoughts and reactions to the BL series that Gmmtv has planned for next year. Okay, so first of all, we have Star and Sky, which... Woo!
Jung is back!
So in this series, it stars Jung, which some of you may know starred in Two Moons 2. And beside him, we also have Dunk, Mek, and Mark. And besides Jung, I really noticed that a lot of shows next year are starring a lot of newbies in Gmmtv. And honestly, I'm just looking forward to seeing how their acting skills are going to turn out and how we'll feel when we see them on our screens next year. Now, going back to Star and Sky, it looks as though it's combining two different stories. We have the one story where it looks like two guys, they were in high school, they first met there, and then they reunited in college, and then that's where their relationship is going to develop. And on the other side of that, we have honestly a story that low-key reminds me of A Tale of a Thousand Stars, where we have like a medical guy and then he's gonna fall for the volunteer teacher there. One thing I'm curious to see how it's going to be like for this series is the format and how they're going to tell these two stories, because it is two completely different stories in one series. So what's the format going to be like and how are they going to tell it? But honestly, we'll just have to wait and see whenever this series is going to be released. Okay, the next series on my list is called The Eclipse. And in this series, it stars Mr. First and baby Cao Tong, which clearly in this series, he's not gonna be a baby anymore. Because from the looks of this series, it gives off the vibe of they're in school and then there's gonna be like a lot of dramatic and dark stuff happening. I'm not 100% sure yet as to what the plot is going to be like, but the vibe of the teaser is what actually drew me in and actually made me want to tune in to see what the series is going to be like and how it's going to go. Plus, again, about Cao Tong, okay, this is a whole different side of him. We're gonna see bad boy Cao Tong, which I am here for. Oh, and besides First and Cao Tong, we also have Neo and Louie back, which I found them very cute in Fish Upon the Sky, so I'm just so happy to see them as a pair again in this series. And speaking of Fish Upon the Sky, the next series on my list is Never Let Me Go, starring Bond and Puin. Okay, one thing I'll say about this series is that Bond and Puin really said genre shift from where they were in Fish Upon the Sky. Because if Fish Upon the Sky was, you know, very cute and they went for the comedic and lighthearted effect, in this series, it's a complete
180.
Because it looks as though Puin's character, he has to take care of like the family business, and then there is Bond's character who is, I guess, hired to protect Puin's character. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of drama in this series, I can already feel it. One thing I will say though is that I hope that Bond and Puin's acting will come through, because I've seen Puin's acting so far, and based on what I've seen of Puin in The Gifted Graduation, I feel like he can hold his own in terms of the very dramatic role. But with Bond, we'll have to see. And honestly, I'm just really looking forward to how both of them are going to work in this series. Next on my list is the series called Vice Versa, which stars C and Jimmy, who some of you may know from Bad Buddy as Y. As I said early on in this video, Gmmtv really stepped up with their plots and they really gave a lot of the very interesting storylines for next year. And this series is one of them, in my opinion, because it looks as though Jimmy and C's characters, I guess they have died before and now they were reborn into someone else's bodies, which, by the way, I feel like Gmmtv really baited us, because it looks like Jimmy's character is in Nanon's body and then C's character is in Ohm's body. So Gmmtv,
Y'all are teasing us with this pair, I swear to God.
but anyway, besides that, I think in this series, it looks like Jimmy and C's characters are gonna have to find a way to get back into their old lives somehow. We'll just have to see how that's going to play out. And as I said, I'm just looking forward to seeing how this storyline is going to go. Okay, another series we have next year is My School President, which stars Fourth and Gemini. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this series is kind of like on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of how much I'm looking forward to, because, you know, it's like a high school setting kind of series, and then they'll work their way from, like, I guess, hating each other at first into becoming lovers. We love a trope, by the way. Comparing to the other series that Gmmtv has, it's not really standing out as much, in my opinion. But who knows? Maybe next year it'll prove us all wrong, and then it'll actually become something very great for us. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like when this series premieres. Okay, this next series that I have on my list is something that I'm pretty sure none of us were expecting. And that's Be My Favorite, starring Mike and Chris. Again, Mike and Chris. Okay, besides their pairing, one thing that really drew me to the series is, once again, another interesting storyline, which involves, I guess, time traveling, and then there's Chris' character who wants to go back in time to try to get into a relationship with a girl that he liked before, but then turns out he ends up getting with Mike's character. Now, one thing I've seen recently after that teaser was released was that not many people were really feeling the chemistry between Mike and Chris. Honestly, I kinda see that because they kinda give up more of best friend vibes than couple vibes, but who knows? Because one thing I will say honestly, based off of these teasers as a whole, is that we may think something now right off the bat and it's like first impressions. I kinda wanna say more of my judgments for when they actually premiere next year, because honestly, first impressions can be one thing, but then the final judgment later on could be completely different than how we first were introduced. So I'll give it that maybe we'll be proven wrong, and then we'll actually like this series next year. Okay, the last two BL series I have on my list are the ones that we need to get ready for, because we have two Earthmix series next year.
Are you kidding me, Gmmtv?
Thank you. The first of Earthmix series next year is Cupid's Last Wish, which from the looks of it, it looks like it has a body switching plot, which, not gonna lie, it's not really something I was too excited for, because it kind of gave off the vibe of like, what if Earth's character falls for Jan, who by the way is a queen, her character who is in Mix's body, and then, I don't know, there's just something about a body switching plot which I feel like could get confusing, but who knows? Just like with the shipper, there were some parts of it that I actually ended up liking. So I'm hoping that maybe Cupid's Last Wish could maybe have some elements that will actually very much like, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. Okay, the last of the BL series next year, Earthmix series number 2, is Midnight series Midnight Chicken. Now, I feel like comparing to Cupid's Last Wish, this one could be a bit more dramatic and heavier in terms of themes, because that's just kind of the vibe that I got from the teaser and just the scenery and like how the storyline looks alone. One thing I will say though is that Mix's character apparently looks like he's cheating with his boyfriend with Earth's character. So I'm just here like, I'm not ready to see Mix as a cheater. We'll just have to see how that's going to play out. Okay, that's it for the BL series for next year, but I do have a couple of non-BL series by Gmmtv that I'm actually kind of keeping my eye on because the teasers really drew me in. One of them is Homeschool. Okay, to those of you who have seen The Gifted, I feel like you're going to like Homeschool. At least me, as a viewer of The Gifted, because this one really looks like a bunch of students, and then there's just something about the place that they're in that's just like holding a darker secret for them, and they'll have to figure that out for some reason. So I'm here for the dark themes. Plus, we have Cindy as a character in this series. Okay, go off. Not only will we be seeing her in F4, but we'll also be seeing her in Homeschool. Okay, go off. Another series I'm actually looking forward to a bit is P.S. I Hate You. I don't know, there was just something about like this group of friends, and then they're holding like a bunch of secrets from one another, and then low-key, I'm here for the drama. Kinda gave me, I don't know, Gossip Girl or Pretty Little Liars vibes to me, maybe. Anyone else? Just me? I don't know. So that's going to be it for this video and my thoughts about some of the series by Gmmtv next year. So what series are you guys looking forward to? Leave them in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. All my social media links will be in the description box below. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell post notification so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I could possibly make one. Bye.